To celebrate my dad's birthday, this time we came to Friuli, which is the region where I come from. We are very close to the area at the border with Austria and Slovenia. It's called Tarvisio, which I think is not known by many people, but there are some really beautiful spots up here. One of them is the one that you see behind, which I bet that most of you did not come to visit yet, but now let's go. These are the lakes of Fusine. The ones back there is, I think it's called Magarta, this mountain, and just behind that mountain Slovenia starts. There are two lakes. This is the inferior lake and there is the superior lake. I think they are not very well known outside this region. Every year more than 5 million tourists drive to Tarvisio. Most of them come from Central and Eastern Europe on their way to vacation destinations in Italy, but almost all of them just pass through without stopping. In this video I'll show you what they are missing. Absolutely spectacular colors. Now also the wind stopped a bit and there is a full reflection on the lake. Here we finished the loop of the lower lake and now we move on to the higher lake. This is the upper lake of Fusine. And this is the crown jewel of the whole region. We also have full sun and reflection here. For lunch we had a picnic at the lake back there, and now I am strolling around this area. It's a bit special to do sightseeing here for me because I grew up in this region, Friuli, and I came very often up here in winter for skiing, but I never really did vacations. And I did the first ones 2 years ago with my two daughters. We arrived in Tarvisio, where I'm right now, with the bicycles, and we did it from here to Trieste. These guys back there have a hobby that is to design these kind of costumes, and then they are professionals that make them for them. We are back now to the lower lake. And there is some clouds on the horizon, and quite interesting, there are some tourists here. There were quite a lot of Americans. I don't know why they come here. I don't think it is a very typical spot for tourists. Maybe they live here. And before dinner I came out to the Mount Pricing to see if I find a nice look of the Julian Alps back there. Tomorrow morning my plan is to come up here and go all the way to the Mount Lussari. So this is just let's say an appetizer for tomorrow. Now down, very nice dinner in a restaurant where I've been already twice. This is going to be the third time. (6:01) as promised, I'm gonna try to go up the Monte Lussari, which is usually reached with a cable car, but it is closed until June. So I'm gonna run up there. It should be quiet because I think there's gonna be nobody. Got to the Mount Prisnik. It's just like part of the climb at 1,300 meters. There are the ski slopes here, and I think I'm gonna go up here and then continue to the Sacro Monte Lussari. And here pretty much exactly 1,400 meters I got some snow. This is the highest point where there are the ski slopes at about 1,650 meters, and now I'm gonna go to the Sacro Monte Lussari. I don't know if it is visible pretty much here. This is a saddle at 1,600 meters where the Sentiero del Pellegrino, which is the hike from Campo Rosso up to Monte Lussari, comes up from. I will go down from here after I went to the village. Here's the top of the Mount Prasnik at 1,179 meters, and this is the highest point of the hike. Now we go down to the village, which will be the highlight. This behind me is the Borgo of Lussari. Usually it's reached with a cable car, but it's open only between June and September. And in between, you need to walk up or come by bicycle.
And this is the most famous view of the Monte Lussari, or Lussari village up here. There's absolutely nobody. They closed everything now for the season between Christmas and the summer season. A little bit of snow on the trail. I think it should be the only place. I'm now doing the trail down from Monte Lussari, and this is called Via del Pellegrino, the Pilgrim Way, because there are all the Stations of the Cross along the way. And now I'm at the bottom of the Way of the Cross. Here now from Monte Lussari, it's an unpaved road. And now back to the apartment, and then daily program with the family. Back at the start, good morning walk. It's a little bit before 10 a.m. So good time to take a shower, breakfast, and continue. And this is the third and last highlight around Tarvisio, is the Orrido Slizza, which is a small gorge of the river going through town. It's a family walk, just I think a couple of kilometers at the most. We reach the water of the Slizza river, which is completely transparent. I would love to jump in it, but if I put a hand in it, it's really cold. Now the walk continues with a very simple trail along the river, and it's I think maybe 500 meters, very close to the water, and then it goes up again. This is the most scenic part of this small walk. This is an especially aesthetic part of the walk, and there is this bridge, and I think there is a famous cycling route from, it's called Alpe Adria, from the Alps all the way to the Adriatic Sea, and I think it goes past there, if I remember correctly. And we leave the river, and I think this is the last highlight here of the Tarvisio region for us. We're gonna go for lunch and then back home. I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you next time.